Alright, this is the quest, the Spellbreaker. This is the choice where you decide to take Philippa Eilhart back to her lodgings, where you will try to dispel the curse, or enchantment on Saskia. So for this first part, you do have to leave her, because in the previous scene, where before you made this choice, she had her eyes ripped out, so she can't really see. And Iorveth kills a few guards for you, and he will actually have you go forward and kill off a bunch of rock fiends who are obstructing your path to Philippa's house.
It was Radovid's way of thanking her for the care she provided him when he was a child.
So this is the path I chose for my final, like, major decision,
Shut up, witch.
like, regarding a lot of story stuff. I don't know, I always chose the quest where you go with the, like, the person you sided with, as opposed to finding Triss. There is a reason why I tend to do this, because I know how things play out, and maybe people watching don't, so I'm not going to exactly say why, but ultimately it's not that big of a deal. I've said this in other videos, that if anyone is wondering about quests giving better rewards, it doesn't, at this point in the game, it doesn't really matter. The level cap, I believe, is 35.
No!
And I think by this point I've already hit the level cap, so I won't get any more experience. Like, ultimately you don't get any real, like, better quest rewards. The armor that you get from the gargoyle contract, as well as that silver sword, as well as the steel sword, I believe, from the manuscript you find, and the Vran armor diagram you find on your way through the sewers, is probably all the best equipment in the game, and you get it relatively easily, as opposed to finding it through a major quest.
Time has come to build. We wish to rule, yes.
I guess that makes it easier, so you don't have to come up with multiple great rewards for things. Because at this point in the game, the story has kind of merged between the two paths again. Although events are playing out very differently from, like, a political perspective on the story, as opposed to Geralt's personal story, where he's actually getting a chance to confront everything that's caused him so much trouble this far.
She's charismatic but not cunning, courageous but not fierce.
Yeah,
she is
so
just
they're still talking, and soon you're going to be sent off to fight rock fiends.
Perhaps together we would be unstoppable.
It's not that late.
What would you have done if Saskia hadn't been poisoned? If a certain foolish witcher hadn't gathered the potion ingredients?
I would have sought other means, but I couldn't miss that opportunity.
How do we free Saskia?
I have charmed a dagger with a counterspell.
Yeah, Philippa's
You must
talking about
thrust it
some
into the she
important
dragon's
story
heart.
stuff and how to actually free Saskia from the spell,
Do you mock us?
There is
which
no
actually
other
gets
way.
reflected
She must be struck
in
with
the
surgical
fight with the
precision.
dragon in
Otherwise
this
the counterspell
version
won't
of the
work.
story.
All the blade's runes must touch
Because if you
blood,
play through
and
Roach's
its
path,
point
you
must
never
pierce the chamber
learn the
of her
identity
heart.
of the dragon,
To hold her down
and
somehow.
you never have the option
down
of,
a
say,
dragon.
freeing her
This
from
is
the curse,
ridiculous.
whereas
She's
your only
lying.
options are to let the
Don't trust
dragon
her. Why would she even
be,
need this dagger? In a minute
or
we'll hear
kill
that she
it.
planned to free Saskia herself.
If you do this quest, you have the option of freeing her from the curse, which I believe may happen automatically as
It's a basic
long
rule
as
of
you
magic.
do not kill her.
I prepared the dagger just before I cast the
Actually, wait, no,
in
it's a
case
third
anything
option.
went awry.
Basic rule.
Yes, I'm remembering this correctly. It's a third option
Dagger.
when you fight,
My quarters.
when you actually confront
In
Saskia.
Geoffrey Monk's former home, inside a well-secured chest.
I know the
And
house.
Iorveth, know anywhere
it's actually
we
kind of
can find
neat,
those quarters unnoticed?
because obviously
Sewer.
on
Nine
Roach's
cat
path,
monsters
it wouldn't
get
make
him
sense
off
for you to
top.
find
Keep
all
an
this
eye
stuff
on
about
her.
enchanting a
Okay.
dragon and all this, because, well, because Saskia is the dragon, it definitely makes no sense that any of that would happen on Roach's path, where at that point you were concerned with finding Foltest's children.
That's all right.
Just like vice versa, it wouldn't make sense for Geralt to go off and find Foltest's children in Iorveth's path, where the main concern was the dragon. Either way, you still fight the dragon, but the outcome, I guess, is really different depending on who you side with. Because I guess it's implied that when you do Roach's path, Saskia is still under Philippa's enchantment. Regardless, I'm pretty sure she's dead in that storyline. Of course, I have no proof. I could be horribly wrong. Yada yada yada. So I want to say there's 2 more waves of rock fiends you have to deal with, and then some gargoyles in Philippa's house. Yeah, these guys are burrowing in through the ground, and that's like a stone floor they're coming up through. Yeah, well, I guess they only had one. They only had one animation for a rock fiend entering a battlefield, which is burrowing through the ground, and that's all they have. It's always cool when you get a chain of like 3 rock fiends exploding all at once. And also on a side note, if they explode from the freezing effect, no gas.
Slow down. I can't keep up this pace.
The sooner you give us the dagger, the sooner you can make your wounds rich.
Pain-killing spells require focus and precision.
Oh, never
I
mind.
cannot
There's no
manage
more
one
rock fiends
now.
actually.
Die
You're already
for your
at
pain,
Philippa's
then.
place.
Rest assured,
There is a slight puzzle that you have to deal with when you're in Philippa's, or when you're trying to get the dagger, or get the dagger to break the curse on Saskia, but it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, there's a few gargoyles in this place, and it's a really enclosed area, so there could be some trouble. Just because fighting in an enclosed area, I don't think this game was meant to do that. It really wasn't. Especially with kind of... There's an example in a certain spot that I don't show on video, but there's some wonky collision detection with the environment sometimes. It's usually quite good. This is a very well-made game, all in all. Just fighting in enclosed spaces is not the best part of combat. It's much better
Remove the dimeritium.
in a larger area. So yeah, I found the dragon scale in the chest there, which can be used to create dragon scale armor, which is actually an item in this game. That's the item that right there. That image right there is the order you need to, I believe, light some candles on the roof. I will put the image in the video on top of the screen, or whatever. You're gonna see it in the video, and it's going to make sense.
Is this the chest?
So it's something as simple as just lighting the candles in the proper order.
It's heavy, covered in runes. There's a circle and candles on the floor.
Yes, the very chest in which Geoffrey Monk kept his most valuable treasures. The dagger's inside.
How do we bloody open it?
I do enjoy the
lit in
storyline
specific
with this stuff
order.
in
I figured it out.
this
My
game,
notes are
or in
downstairs.
this version as opposed to
After that,
Roach's
a
version.
simple spell will suffice.
I like the Iorveth's path way better.
Geralt, do you know this?
I don't know, his seemed to make more
Only
sense.
a
Like,
mage can perform it.
Iorveth gave me
Shut
a
up.
better reason
I'll
to
light the candles
stay with
and
him than
remove the
Roach ever
diamond.
did. So right there is the image of her notes, which I'm looking at in game because I didn't have that image pulled up on another screen or something. So yeah, the orientation of the image is correct with where you start. So looking at the chest, you light the candles in the order you see on the paper. If they wanted to really screw with you, they would have it so the chest is oriented on like the left hand side, So you have to kind of in your mind shift everything over, or turn everything 90 degrees.
I'll open the chest with a spell.
Neither of us can utter it.
So
It's not something you learn in a moment.
here's the thing, when you kinda lit the candles, you kinda summon an elemental.
Try anything.
It's kinda like a last minute safety effort to protect Philippa's magical dagger. Magicians are known to be very secretive of their belongings. Or protective, not secretive.
A spell binding her, but she will never be human.
She's more than a dwarf. Someone who restored hope to the Enche.
She's a monster. If you think she can rule a realm of humans and elves herself,
Face it, Delian!
you'll suffer the consequences
I
of
wonder
your
if Philippa
foolishness.
can regenerate her eyes using magic in this universe. I haven't read the later Witcher books. I have 2 of them I still need to read, and like another 3 still have to be translated properly into English. I wonder if it's possible for magic to do that in this world. I mean, magic can do a lot of things in this world, but you never know. So during this fight, you really watch out for the glowing spots in the ground. Fire is going to rain down on you at that point, or an explosive or something. But once you complete this fight, you will have unlocked the chest where you can take the dagger you're supposed to use to break the curse on Saskia. Spell curse. And that's actually the end of the quest. So
Amazing
I am
fight,
going to
Gwynblade.
head out here.
Get the dagger and let's get out of here.
I don't know. I'll see you guys in another video or something.
Let's hope this blade will do the trick.
A strange weapon. Never seen anything like it. I hope it works. Too bad Iorveth won't tell us anything more.
Philippa will be far away by now. She was in pain. Let's hope that kept her honest.
She's bound to recover quickly and promptly return to conspiring.
She's out of the game for now. Keep in mind that the other sorceresses are here. Philippa may inform Sheila.
Or command the dragon.
I won't be surprised if I'm forced to fight Saskia. Confused by spells, she won't understand we want to help her.
You're probably right. But please don't kill her. Unless you must do so to save your own life.
Time to join the talks.
I'll go ahead and see what we can expect.